Koreans and non-Koreans, we are here. Ladies and gentlemen, stuff is crazy. The Korean situation is insane. All right, so here we go. IRL streamer now facing an additional 31 years in Korean prison. We gotta love it. Johnny Salami over here is in huge trouble. Bro, a lot of people think that this is Omni, for the commentary YouTuber Omni, and they are in fact all correct. This is Omni. And he is currently in Korea stirring shit up. He in fact arguably is the one that started the giant protest that just happened in Korea. A lot of people aren't aware of this, but Omni went to Korea and announced himself to be a dictator. I know, it was crazy. And they were like, what? And then he literally stormed the Capitol single-handedly. Okay, all that was misinformation. I don't want... That was all misinformation. Believe nothing that I just said. Me when I post lies on the internet. This is not Omni. People thought it was Omni. It's this other guy, Johnny Somali. He is some guy that went to Japan to stir shit up, cause trouble, and get arrested. And then he went to Israel to stir shit up and get arrested. And then he went to Korea to stir shit up and get arrested. But unlike in those other places that kind of just kicked him out of the country, Korea is making an example out of him and giving him basically life prison. Which is kind of hilarious, because Korea has been in a bit of a dumpster fuck situation. This dude is the unironic Sonichu medallion of streamers. He goes to different countries to just literally blight them and curse them. Like, this dude goes to Korea, gets imprisoned, and a fucking revolution starts, and some guy declares himself a dictator. Dude, we are literally in the greatest timeline. So I am here with you to cover the craziest shit that goes on in the world. Subscribe for more chaos. I'm looking forward to seeing this guy's downfall. Let's go.
This IRL streamer is now in more hot water after a clip resurfaced of him going into a subway and broadcasting an announcement that he had a bomb.
No. Bomb.
Oh.
No. How does he keep getting worse? How does he keep getting worse? Oh my fucking god. Oh my freaking god. Oh my schnorkin fjorg. How does he keep getting worse? Okay, for those of you that are not aware of this guy's full saga, I will give you the TLDR. In fact, I already basically did. And we are here to watch his downfall. That is terrorism. Oh my fucking god.
Over and over again on a loudspeaker.
And now dude's facing life in prison. All right, listen. What is this? There's this saying that was actually, this was stated by Gandhi. In the words of Gandhi, if you fuck around, you find out. It's a real quote. Look it up.
Oh my god.
Oh boy. Well, it's safe to say things are getting way worse for the streamer in Korea who could be facing up to several decades in prison.
Yes!
And
Justice! See, I like chaos, but I also like justice. I am so chaotic. I don't subscribe to the chaotic mentality of being anti-justice. That's how chaotic I am.
Continue to be shown to the public, and he's also making things infinitely worse for himself by continuing to disrespect the country and just laugh at the entire situation.
I saw this clip. This is like a holy place. Like, this is a holy statue of some sort, and dude literally went there to film himself disrespecting it. I think after this, a bunch of Korean streamers like actually put a bounty on his head, like he's a fucking One Piece character, and literally chased him around. Literally chased him and beat the shit out of him. Oh, it's not a holy statue, it's a statue to represent rape victims. It's fucking awful. I feel zero pity for this man. Zero. I know that you might call me an empathetic an unempathetic douchebag for thinking of that, but I don't give a fuck. Subscribe for ethics and morals.
Safe to say, the dude is about to find out. Because, as I've stated in my previous videos on him, he is his own worst enemy, as he live streams himself committing dozens of crimes for—
and he does it for clout. It's kind of hilarious. I don't know what happened in Korea, but like, for those of you that didn't hear the news, the president of Korea literally just went up in the middle of the night to give a speech saying, I am now declaring martial law. I am becoming a dictator. Fuck you. And there was massive protests. They obviously, he also fucked around and found out, but there's something in the fucking Korean water supply. I don't know if the fucking Riddler got to Korea or some shit, but I don't know what has been going on over there. But people are making the worst possible decisions for their own mental health over there somehow, and it's kind of sad. I hope all my my Korean homies out there are actually taking good care of themselves.
Content. So all the victims have to do is recognize themselves and file charges with the footage that he filmed. And all the—
dude literally posts his own incriminating shit. It's the most insane stuff in the universe. That is wild.
Prosecutors have to do is count the felonies and bring them to a judge.
I love how he says it so simply. It's like, okay, so they don't need to do research. They do not need warrants. He literally films himself doing crimes. He's fucked. And dude, who's gonna defend this guy? Can someone explain this in brain rot terms? Oh, yeah, he posted cringe on main and got community noted IRL.
But for some reason, he thinks he's about to get out of this. I guess he's just assuming the same thing that happened in Japan is gonna happen now. And
see, here's the thing. I think he feels invincible because he was in Japan. He got a lot of publicity by doing a lot of cringe in Japan. Like, dude, he went on a train in Japan just yelling at random Japanese people, you know, Nagasaki, Hiroshima, we're gonna do it again. Like, stuff like that. And obviously that's fucking despicable. He, I think, was beaten up in Japan, arrested, but they basically just let him go and sent him out of the country. And I think after something like that happened, he kind of felt invincible. He's like, I can do the most abhorrent, fucked up shit to humiliate any culture I want. And the worst thing that'll happen is they'll just throw me out of the country. And I'll just go to another country and do that again. Like, he went to Israel to sexually harass female police officers. And he got arrested again. And they kicked him out of the country because Israel has a lot more going on right now than fucking Johnny Somali. Like, oh god. But anyway, Johnny skibbidied his last riz. He can't even goon. Bro is fucked.
And for those of you guys who don't know, this guy, he's essentially the most hated IRL streamer because
he's the Eric Cartman of the streaming world.
Because his whole content style is harassing random people in public, and I guess just seeing how much he can get away with. Then when he's confronted, he puts on this act like, oh, I did nothing wrong. And he has no idea why people are calling the police on him. He did this in Japan for a long period of time, but ended up getting arrested and spent roughly 3 months in jail for this.
He was in jail for 3 months in Japan, and he really still thinks he could do this shit in other places? Oh my god, that's insane.
And at the end of the day, they let him go, as he apologized and lied in court. But later on,
he lied in court? Dude, this is like actually a fucking greaseball, slime ball. Dude, honestly, I always say in my videos, don't send hate to the people I'm harassing. Like, it's just a consistent disclaimer. And I have to say, my audience is pretty fucking good about not sending hate to people. But if you do send hate to Johnny Somali, I don't necessarily condone sending hate his way. But simultaneously, I'm not necessarily going to flame you if you do. Okay? Like, don't harass him. But if you do harass him, you're still welcome here, is what I'm saying. I know that goes against YouTuber ethics, but I just realized I don't care.
He deleted that apology, took it all back, and then bragged about lying in court. Then I guess he went to Israel, continued the same style of content, was detained by the police, and beat up.
Dude, look at no fucks given. They just pick him up like a fucking toddler and carry him out of there. Oh my god, what a fucking piece of shit.
By civilians multiple times before fleeing the country with an emergency passport, as his main American passport was allegedly taken away from him. This is an important detail now, as since he's gone to Korea and continued the same antics, but way worse. And
you know, honestly, I don't even feel bad slandering this guy. Maybe I will. I gotta wait to see how fucked up my title for this video is gonna be. I don't know. That was a joke! Maybe.
That led him to being travel banned, but that hasn't stopped him from continuing to taunt the public and flex that he has this emergency passport, even though he can't go anywhere with it. As the Korean government, they've taken away his main passport and he's been banned from leaving the country.
Nice! You see all the other countries, they're just like, all right, we don't care what he does in other places, just not our problem. And they send him away. And Korea's like, no. No. We will sell you to Kim Jong-un.
Which leaves us with another very popular question. Why is he not arrested? Well, he
is. Fantastic news.
Been booked and released until trial and travel banned until the verdict. Now, apparently the reasons they're doing it this way is because they don't want to house him. Like, they've removed his passport, so he isn't really a flight risk. Essentially, they want to put the burden on him to provide for himself because now he...
Oh my god, that's fucking insane. That's like, he's in Korean gulag. They just took his shit and they're like, survive, bitch. Wow, the fucking balls.
He's forced to pay for himself to stay there until the trial is finished.
Yeah, bro, John need his last Somali, for real.
Alongside of paying to defend himself. This will likely cost him way more than he earned during his entire trip to Korea to begin.
The irony is, even though there are people that are talking to him about, like, watching his streams now because of all this shit, like literally hate watching, competitive hating, it's pretty fucking impressive. No one's fucking donating to this guy. No one, this dude's broke. His Somali is cooked.
Begin with. Then on top of that, more platforms have now banned him. So he doesn't really have that many options left. As of now, he has like Rumble, TikTok, and Instagram. And
he's banned on Kick? How do you even do that? What a legend.
And all of this is happening after he previously took a 4-month break. And as he even admits, he can't afford to not stream.
I'm trying to do more daytime streams. I'm trying to be more consistent, guys. I want to stream at least 5-6 days a week. Like, I cannot take no breaks. After taking a 4-month break, I do not have no time to take any breaks. I hope this trip ends up good. It's been a success so far.
So,
and now he's in prison. That aged well. That aged well. I hope this trip ends out good. Fast forward, he's in prison. Sorry, I feel like a villain, but I don't know. I feel like a villain that just succeeds in doing something good for the people. You know what I'm saying? I feel alive. I love making content.
Being banned on both Kick, Twitch, and YouTube is a massive financial hit for him. But he has nobody to blame but himself. The clip that we just saw, though, is from his 5th day streaming in Korea. And a lot of his new problems come from this day. After he was indicted, people started to go through his past streams in Korea.
Yeah, and they found out that he's not like a casual racist. He's a competitive racist. Thank you, chat. That was a good bar. But dude, it's awesome. It's so good.
To help the prosecutors build the strongest case possible. And Johnny tried to scrub all the evidence of this, but you know, since he live streams everything, there's people who just record and repost all of his antics.
Well, the reason why people do that is because they know he does illegal shit. The irony is, I get like into controversies for like ancient content that I've made. I don't hide any of that shit. That's all public. Like I mean, you can say what you like, bro. This guy's a fucking insane person. Oh my God. Like an actual insane person. He's literally ruining his life. That's the craziest part. He's actually ruining his life.
So the first incident that we're going to look at is him in the subway, as you know from the intro. First, he couldn't figure out how to buy a ticket, so he then films and pressures a kid to do it for him.
No.
Okay, I'm putting the money in. I cannot figure this out for the life of me, bro. Hey, look, can you not do this? Can you put this in there for me? Look.
Come on, dude.
Put it on the side. Put it in there.
Oh my God.
Yes, get to work.
Get to work.
Dude.
If you know how to translate this, can you help me? Put it inside. My 5,001, put it in my card. Yes, put this inside.
What a piece of shit.
I don't read Korean.
Why is that his problem?
What an entitled, pathetic fucking prick.
Like, why are you putting this onto a kid?
I don't want to traumatize this. I'll do it myself.
Like, what are you doing? That kid did not consent to being bullied into helping you for your own content. No.
Kids can't consent. Like, what? Good argument, though. Like, poor kid. Oh my God.
Nobody wants to see their kid being talked to like that, especially when the kid is just trying to help. But after fumbling with the machine for about 5 minutes, he makes his way to the subway where he starts to, you know, do his usual, harass people.
And he accidentally gets stabbed. Not in the back, which is where I like to get stabbed generally. But I mean, like, just fucking shank. Guts everywhere. And I was personally sad. I was so sad when I heard the news that Johnny Somali was literally killed in Korea. When I heard that he was killed, it ruined my day and made everything worse. And then I realized it was a fantasy. I mean a dream. I mean a nightmare. Yeah, that's what I mean.
People for content. And here you have these back-to-back text-to-speech donations with...
Yeah, that didn't happen in real life. That was just my imagination getting the best of me. Sorry about that. That was my bad.
Some of the most disrespectful stuff you can imagine.
Honestly, I don't want him to get fucking killed. That was a joke. I don't obviously want to... Oh, oopsie poopsie. Misinformationing again. Oopsie poopsie. No, oh God, what a fucking loser this guy.
Imagine bomb threats, praising North Korea, loud moaning sounds, and all of this on public transportation when clearly there's kids around. So how does he respond to essentially allowing himself to be this like harassment proxy for his toxic audience? Well, he dances around and has fun with it. He's shocked that nobody's giving him any pushback, and then he thanks his audience for supporting him with these disrespectful text-to-speech donations.
No.
How many? You can't see it in my eyes, but I'm gonna need some of this. I don't think they're pressing me because I look like them. You know, not even one person is pressing me. Maybe because I look like them, I'm blending in.
He thinks people aren't pressing him because he looks like them. Listen, I don't want to be racist here or anything, but bro, no part of you looks like them. none of you looks like any of them. Also, maybe if they're not pressing you, it's because they're just like a culture that's based on like humility and respect, not your culture, which is clearly based on retardation. What the fuck is wrong with this guy? Like, I actively hate him.
You guys for all the support, guys. I love you guys.
Now, obviously, you can give him the benefit of the doubt and say, he doesn't understand Korean or what they're donating. But it's clear he endorses this, and he'll happily be paid to use as a medium for random people on the internet to harass strangers. Because let's be real, if there was actually any fear of what was being said on his text-to-speech, if he didn't understand it, he would just turn off the speaker.
I don't know what's going on, guys. He's preaching. He's a cult. Oh my,
That's
this is
awful.
terrorism. This is now terrorism.
So turn it off! You can turn it off! Oh, this is terrible as I walk down a train while my boombox is screaming bomb threats. Oh, oopsie poopsie. Oopsie poopsie.
This is terrorism.
Dude,
So
this
there
is
he's
awful.
claiming he's committing terrorism. So that's interesting and can also likely be used against him in court. And then to add...
Oh my God, he admitted it. Did he actually admit on camera that he is committing terrorism? Like, dude, if you're gonna be a fucking menace to society, at least don't also be a dumb fuck. Like, this is actually mind-blowing. Oh my God.
Add to that, you have this whole clip which happened where he walked around blasting, I have a bomb on his speaker.
Oh my God. Sorry.
나에겐 폭탄이 있다. 나에겐 폭탄이 있다. 폭탄이 있다. 나에겐 폭탄이 있다. 나에겐
Yeah, I know, sir.
폭탄이 있다.
Sorry.
나에겐
I'm sorry. We got, oh, what is it even saying? Oh, I don't know. What?
나에겐 폭탄이 있다.
Guys, there's kids,
나
bro.
폭탄이 있다.
And everyone's just getting off the train and running away from him. I think, honestly, Johnny Somali is trying his best to look like a terrorist in Korea because he's really trying to get that Hassan Piker interview. Like, bro is really trying to... That was a joke! That was...
Just sorry, brother. Oh, what I know, but no, open diet. No.
Dude, is that North Korea's, like, fucking theme song?
Oh my God.
That's awful.
Everyone's looking at me.
Oh my God, everyone's looking at me, he says while doing fucking shit to people to look at him. After playing North Korea's anime opening like that. I don't know if that's what it was, but I imagine that's probably what it was just because that's probably the most offensive thing he could do, so he probably did it. Like, it's insane. It's actually wild. Again, fuck around, you find out. This guy is like a living God's example of karmic retribution. Is this guy. I feel like God invented Johnny Somali to just show the world what karma will do to a motherfucker.
Dude. But the cops didn't show up, so he starts blaming some random people for snitching.
You called them? You? I think it was that guy that snitched.
But after being kicked off of the subway by the police, he then claims he's uncancelable.
Somalis can never get canceled. Never.
I cannot get canceled! Ends up in prison for 31 years. Bro got canceled in real life. Yeah, bro got IRL canceled. Just like how Diddy got canceled. We're not talking about a wild Twitter post. We're talking about fucking maximum security vault, bro. Dude.
Never, bro. And honestly, the only way I could be canceled is if I cancel myself.
I mean, he's not wrong, but at the same time, he's in prison, so...
The one thing I got to think about, if I want to piss off Moist Critical, if I want to piss off Anos, if I want to piss off Decoy Voice, and all these that made hundreds of thousands about talking to me on YouTube, the only thing I need to do is keep streaming. Just keep streaming. Like, just keep streaming and get rich and get super rich.
But he's broke. That's the comedy here. Oh my God, that's the funniest thing in the world. This is hilarious. Dude is broke making these streams. He's so proud that people are making videos and making money off him. I made thousands of dollars off making fun of this guy in the past. Dog, you're broke and in jail. L plus ratio plus no one loves you plus you're in prison plus you're broke. You're poor.
And just, that's going to piss everybody off. That's how you win over these normies and SJWs. Like,
oh yeah, me, dude. Yeah, you know my favorite thing is you watch Johnny Somali and that guy calls me an SJW. Then you go on Reddit and they call me alt-right. Dude, it's just, the internet is so good. It's so good. You know, so I just oscillate. I literally just oscillate between Nazi and communist back and forth.
Hasanabi.
This aged so poorly because he's now been banned on all major streaming platforms.
I am uncancelable! Gets banned on all streaming platforms, ends up in prison.
Since he said this. Then on top of this, he's clearly not worried about the online backlash, because something he should be worried about are the laws of the countries he streams in. Because let's face it, the most likely thing to cancel his streaming career are his own actions that'll likely land him behind bars. And also, speaking of his political comment here, I feel like Johnny has united everyone in the world from all backgrounds and political beliefs to agree on one thing. We all despise—
Dude, when the Israeli police arrested Johnny Somali, even the most hardcore anti-Zionist people came together to celebrate Israel fucking arresting Johnny Somali. Like, you gotta respect this man's unifying power. Dude literally comes out of the woodwork and everyone comes together to collaborate on his downfall. That's pretty impressive. Dude is like a modern day Lelouch.
The kind of content he makes. And I think it's a massive net negative to society because I feel like everyone wants to be able to live in a society without the risk of being harassed in public for someone's live stream content. So the more you point and laugh at these fools who do this for internet attention, the better. But alongside of the pointing and laughing and legal ramifications he's facing, he's also now facing threats from people that are being aired on a national Korean TV station.
Don't come back to America, Mr. Somali.
Hey, Somali, just know, wherever you go, if there are Korean people,
Okay, so he's getting threats from Americans now?
Dude!
we're not to be with. You us in LA, we go on the roofs and literally snipe you, mother.
Holy shit. Okay, just to be clear, obviously death threats, not cool. Don't fucking do death threats or threats of violence or actually hurt people or any of that stuff. Completely disavow that shit. I do believe that karma will find its way to fuck Johnny Somali over, but 100% disavow this type of shit. Now, if it does happen, would I make a video about it? Maybe. But I completely disavow it morally.
YouTube personality Johnny Somali, who's been making headlines ever since making a nuisance of himself
Oh, he fell over.
in South Korea, seems to have a new target on his back. Not by angry Koreans, but by Korean Americans who even claim to have gang affiliations.
Oh,
For
God.
those out of the loop, the streamer was recently indicted by South Korean authorities for his offensive commotions.
It's so gross. He's just spilling fucking instant ramen everywhere.
That is such a bad clip.
In a video that's now circulating online, a Korean-American man sent out a threatening message to Somali, warning him to refrain from returning to the United
God
States.
damn.
You just pissed off a lot of the wrong people. Don't come back to America, Mr. Somali. That's the
That's
price
crazy.
that you need to pay for playing stupid games.
Earlier last
I mean, honestly, if something does happen to him, he totally made his bed and he's gonna be lying in it. Again, disavowing all forms of actual violence against this man, but simultaneously, if it does happen, bro fucked around and just found out. Like I'm not gonna say I'm not gonna find it funny, because I will find it funny, realistically. Oh my god, holy shit. Dude, it's crazy. It's only thanks to the internet that I could see this level of dumbassery. Like, this is like a level of social media brain rot that is peaked.
week, Somali talked with American streamer Caldo during a live stream, where he shared his plan to return home.
I think my next destination you asked is America, bro, because I'm tired of dealing with these foreign governments and these foreign laws.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, when you go back to America, they're definitely going to treat you with so much respect. They're not going to make an example out of you to fuck streamers over everywhere.
In America, I don't have to deal with it. So I'm not going to give up. I don't think I'll go to jail. I think if I don't go to jail, it's going to be a big win, and then I can laugh on all these creators on Rumble.
Notice how he said Rumble as he doesn't have any of the main platforms left.
Wah, wah, wah.
Yeah, that would be interesting to see him stream like he's doing now in the US.
Yeah, that would be cool. I personally suggest he does it in Texas, personally. I do think Johnny Somali should go on a Oompaville interview and should simultaneously do this in Texas. And I really hope that no one shoots him legally. Damn, that would be really sad. Imagine if someone shoots, that would be fucked up, right? Know what I'm saying? Know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I would hate if that happened. Yippee-ki-yay, motherfucker.
So that'll be interesting to see how long that lasts. And that is if he gets out of Korean jail in a short enough time to where he can get to the US and still have a relevant streaming career.
It's not known yet how the Korean authorities will deal with Somali's case. And while he seems confident he'll avoid doing any jail time, he should be less sure about being welcomed back in America, as many
Damn.
Americans, both of Korean descent and regular people, have expressed their embarrassment as well as anger towards the YouTuber who's been making an American look pretty bad in places like Israel, Japan, and Thailand.
Yeah, I feel like the general consensus here in the US is like, hey, Korea, just keep him over there.
Korea, listen, if you just don't let him leave Korea, we personally would not say anything, okay? We would not do anything about it if you decided to make an example out of him.
Hey, take one for the team. Just have him over there, please.
Yeah.
Comments on YouTube videos about Somali's antics in Korea from fellow Americans state they don't wish to see him back. One commented, "American here."
Yeah, no, exactly. That is straight up
Keep him in custody.
the
for as
general
long as
consensus
you like.
here.
While
It's the funniest thing in the world. Reading random YouTube comments on the fucking news.
another wrote, "U.S. Marine here. America doesn't want his ass back."
And on top of that, Legal Mindset, who we had here on the channel,
Hey, my boy, Legal Mindset. Love that guy.
he broke that a bunch more charges have been filed against Johnny.
Let's go.
I contacted some folks, and apparently some Korean YouTubers have pressed additional charges. So these have already been filed against him. Apparently
God.
blackmail,
Oh,
which
God.
is up to 10 years in prison. The ones in the green have already been filed.
Ain't no way. Bro is actually going down. They are putting him in impel down. Oh, my Lord. We might never hear from him again. We might just never hear from him again. Oh, my God. He's blending in so well with the Koreans. I think he could act as a body double to the president. What do you think? Like, if the president, the president currently, he's under fire for trying to run a coup and become a dictator. So what if he, he used Johnny Somali as, his body double? Like, Johnny Somali will walk around. No one will be able to tell the difference between them. And listen, someone has to be that guy. You know what I'm saying?
So, and these are not ones by
Sexual threats to children, business obstruction, supporting DPRK, public indecency. Oh my God, dude.
Bong Bong or someone else. These are by Korean YouTubers who have said they're not dropping them. They're not dropping them.
God damn.
So you've got blackmail, insults, you've got deep fakes, and not Bong Bong's deep fakes, other people's deep fakes. Those have all been filed. So the green are all new charges that have been filed. And then beyond that, the yellow is stuff that's going to be filed this week. Sexual threats to children.
Oh my
Up
God.
to 3 years because he was playing sexual stuff around children, including, by the way, literally, this is disgusting. He was playing threats to sexually assault children live.
Dude, how do people have no shame and no morals? Like, how does this even happen? How does this even happen to someone? Like, how does someone get so far gone making this content and so radicalized that they think this is okay? Like, where are his? Is he like an actual diagnosable sociopath? I am like so like floored when I see this shit. Like, I've met humans, okay? I know it's a cringe thing to say. I try to stay in my own house and consume my own brain rot content on the daily. Subscribe for more brain rot, fucking chaos shit going on the internet content for sure. But like, dude, I can't even fathom someone having this mindset.
On his text to speech.
This legal mindset. Got him.
Speech, right? So that's going to go down. Business obstruction, right? Another charge, right? Supporting the DPRK.
That's North Korea, right? Like, that's like supporting North Korea in South Korea.
Which is, once again, I showed you the video before. And as well, he's done this in multiple instances. That's up to 7 years. And public indecency with another year.
So if all those get filed, I mean, he's potentially facing an additional 31 years in Korean prison. Now, obviously, they're not going to throw the maximum sentence at him.
Oh, make an example out of him. Make an example out of him. Honestly, if you do follow my advice and bring back gladiator matches, I think we should dub this guy Spartacus and see how he does.
Legal mindset does go on to say that he thinks that, like, realistically, we're looking at anything from 1 to 10 years for Johnny for this.
Honestly, I'll take anything. Beggars can't be choosers. If he gets 3 years in prison, I'll be like, you know what? Unfortunately, sometimes you open a pack of Pokemon cards and you don't pull a holo. You know what I'm saying? But if he does get 10 plus years, listen, every once in a while, you'll get like an EX holographic Charizard. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Every once in a while, it's just, you take what you can get. You know what I'm saying?
But the next question I have is, will all this get thrown into the same case, or will this be separate, which then continues to prolong his stay in Korea? Because let's say he just somehow manages to get out of this first case, but then he has all of these extra charges to worry about. But Johnny apparently isn't even that worried, because he's now posting on Instagram saying, I'm gonna laugh like a maniac when I beat this case like OJ.
I love that OJ is his example. Someone that has pretty much unanimously decided to actually be guilty, allegedly. Right? So someone actually, the world has come together to really think he's guilty. That's his example of the guy that he wants to be like.
Okay, bud. So I guess only time will tell to see if that happens. But as many of you guys know...
And also, I don't think Johnny Somali is getting a Jewish lawyer after the shit he's pulled in Israel. I'm just saying. OJ, he got a Jewish lawyer. All right? I'm just saying. He got a Jewish lawyer. So it's a different game. Johnny Somali, bro's fucked.
No, I started a mat company called Mat City to bring the nostalgic toy car mats to a city near you, alongside of Mouse Mats. So we've now dropped way more cities and collections, and we're now doing a 20% off site-wide sale for mats.
Hell yeah. Definitely go check out Atozi's video and Atozi's mats and Atozi's stuff. I really like the guy's content, and he's a good dude. He's a good dude. Thank you all so much for joining. If you like chaos, subscribe. Domain expansion, Jew repellent. Yeah, he really cast a gun. It was pretty crazy. I cast a bullet. Yeah, but thank you so much for being here. I do hope you enjoyed. I had a good time personally. Again, I find these humans fascinating, and I will continue to analyze fascinating humans. North Korea really, dude, why do I keep doing that? South Korea really taking a shit ton of L's lately. If you are any Koreans watching this video, my heart goes out to you for the crazy shit that's been going on, and I hope you're staying safe. I hope your family's okay, and definitely subscribe, people, and I'll see you in the next one. Stay weird, fam. Like, subscribe, and this video was streamed live on kick.com/Nuxanor. See you there. Stay weird, fam.